G'day guys, Solid here and welcome back to Adventure News Updates. Honda have just confirmed that the CT125 Hunter Cub is coming to Australia, which is fantastic news, so let's get into the details. So the two big news items is Honda have announced that this is coming out in August here in Australia. No specific date in August yet, but they have said that it's due in August, so that's fantastic news that we are actually getting this bike, considering how big of a cult classic the CT110 is here. The other crappy news, in my opinion, is that it is going to be $6,999. So, as I feared, this is going to be a very expensive little motorcycle. But first, a little history. If you're not really familiar with this bike, basically here in Australia, it's a massive cult classic. We lovingly refer to them as Postie bikes because, well, Australia Post use these for many years as their little Postie bikes, as they're fantastic for getting around town, as well as out in the bush where there's a lot of dirt roads in the main town. So this is a great versatile little motorcycle that's really indestructible. And we love buying them here in auctions and modifying them every which way, especially as little adventure bikes. And in fact, if you love them as adventure bikes, check out Mark at Biker Bits' channel. He's got a whole series on his little CT110 Postie and turning it into an adventure bike. It's a really great series, so I encourage you to check that out. Now back to the price, as that's really going to ruffle some feathers. In fact, I think I told Honda to sodomize themselves with a rusty shiv if they were going to do this. So Honda, I hope you follow through and enjoy the pain, because this is very expensive, this motorcycle. But I can see how Honda have gone down this path, and they might just pull it off despite the expense. Now, I know a lot of people looking for value for money are going to shy away from this, at least initially, with a brand new bike, myself included, as this is way out of my budget. Consider bikes like the CRF 250L, which are $500 cheaper than what the CT125 is here in Australia. So you get a much more capable bike that can do highway speeds and go further off-road for $500 less. Or you can go over to Kawasaki, and for $500 more, you can get a KLX 250S. So it really doesn't make a lot of sense as a main adventure bike. But if you're the kind of guy that really wants something a little bit quirky, you want to get on that nostalgia train, and what Honda's done here is, I think they've made a mini scrambler. They're going for that Bonneville high quality retro feel with the price tag to suit, and that's what they're going for with this little CT125. And in the videos and in the pictures, you really can see that they've put a little bit of effort into really making the engine casings look machined and really nice, the LED headlights and blinkers, and a lot of little designs that make it look very, very high quality. So I think while it is expensive, it really is still going to do quite well for the person that does have enough cash to outlay for the initial big cost. As it does look very cool, you will probably pull up at the cafe and get a lot of chins wagging and a lot of people asking you about the bike. So there is that appeal there if that's what you like. So it is definitely a nostalgic bike. It's got that retro vibe. So I think that's why Honda are asking for the price and trying to make as much money as they can, as they are a business. So you can't blame them for that. And there's always the second-hand market for those of us who want to pick one up cheaper down the road. So I'd love to know what you guys think. Which camp are you in? Are you never going to spend that amount of money on a 125? Or are you happy to cough up the huge upfront cost to get that nostalgic vibe and just a great all-rounder little city bike, as I would think this would make a fantastic commuter, especially running costs wise. If you can't quite bring yourself to hop on a scooter, this would be a great option. But that's another challenge as well. There's plenty of other great scooters out there in this price range. And in fact, one of them is Honda's ADV 150, which has got a little more displacement than this and a little more creature comfort. So it's a very interesting question as to how well this will do. Will it get by on the retro look and being a mini scrambler? So let me know in the comment section below. That's all I've got for you on this bike, as there's not really that much details that we're waiting for other than getting our bums in the seat and having a test ride in a couple of months. So I'll keep you updated on that. So that wraps up this update of Honda's CT125 Hunter Cub. Clearly you guys are enjoying these short form adventure news updates, so I'll keep pumping them out in the future, and I will continue to do the bigger adventure news at the end of the month where I take all the stories of the month, chuck them together into one big glorious adventure news video. And until then guys, I've been Chronicles of Solid. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next vid. Catch you later.